Alrighty, good morning. Today we're going to be reviewing freeCodeCamp Basic Algorithm Scripting Challenge, Truncate a String. So let's take a look at this and what we need to get moving here. So right now, truncate a string, and it's suggesting we use string method slice. Now, what is the string method slice? The string method slice is going to slice off what we don't need, and we're going to use what we're going to use to begin our slice and end the slice. And that's the stuff we're going to keep. All right, so it's a string method. We've used this before. So let's take a look at our challenge here. Our challenge, we have two arguments coming in. All right, the first argument is going to be the string itself. Okay, and the second argument is going to be the total length. Now, the idea of this is that if we have a maximum string length here that is less than the total string, we need to do stuff to it. Okay, and this is what we need to do to it. All right, if it is longer, the string itself is longer than what we have here, such as a tisket, a tasket, a green and yellow basket, we only want the total string length to be inclusive of 3 dots. You want to slice, add 3 dots, and add those 3 dots in our overall count. However, if we have something like this 1 and an a minus, so this 1 is going to be less than or equal to 3, we don't want to count those dots in, because we'd be left with just 3 dots, or in this case, we'd only be left with 1 dot. We don't want that. We actually want 1, all right, object there being the a, and then add the dot. So let's just take care of this with an if statement, the most basic one. If the string length, the overall string length, is less than the number, okay, we just want to return the string and we're good to go. So we want that to fail this first if statement. So in order to fail it, our string argument dot length, right, is less than the number itself. We want to keep it. So let's make this the opposite, so that way we can start doing stuff if it fails this. So let's, the opposite of less than is greater than. So if it's greater than our num, then we can start doing more with it here and take a look at our two options. So basically, we're saying that if the string length is less than the number that's given here, it's just going to return the entire string. We don't have to do anything to it, so just return the string. Good to go. Now, let's take a look at this other scenario that we have here, which is going to be this a minus and 1. What we want to do is we want to slice off at the first we want to keep one thing, so we can slice off at the first position, 0, 1, which is only going to give us a or 1 position there, which is what we want, and then just add the 3 dots. That's pretty simple. We can just set our str equal to the string, and we can slice it. And where we want to slice it? Well, we want to slice it from the very first, or the 0th position, all the way up to the num. Right? And then all we need to do is add in, all right, add in our dot. And let's see what this does. All right. Oh, look, we have success here. Yet we failed some of these other ones. That's okay, because we know that going in. Which ones did we fail? Well, for things that are greater than that 3 in length there, what we want to do is we want to count those dots in there. So how do we do that? Well, let's make this an if statement. So let's nest this in an if statement. So if our num is less than or equal to 3, then we can do this. All right. So now we're just saying if and only if that number is less than or equal to 3, do that. So we can take care of the rest of this stuff. because the rest of this stuff says that these strings are greater than 3. So if they're greater than 3, I want to count these 3 dots in that. So I want to make sure that I'm taking count for these 3 extra spaces. So how do we do that? Well, we can just give ourselves an else, right? All right. And that else is just going to say that our str is now going to equal our string dot slice. And we're just going to change where we slice. I'm going to slice from that 0. And I want to be inclusive of the 3 dots. So I want to make sure that I subtract that 3 from our num argument. So num minus 3. And then I can add in my 3 dots. And let's see if that takes care of the rest of this. Ah, here's looking at you, code. Success. Awesome job. So hopefully that was helpful. This should be a pretty short one. We were just using our string method slice and just some basic if else, nested if else statements with some logic in there. Hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you next time.